We are Badge Mint. I want to thank my great panel here. I'm more of a technical guy, but these guys have thought about some of the social side of badges. So what this project is, it's called Badge Mint. And if you don't know what badges are, what are you doing with your life? Hi, I'm Captain Stacks. This is my Noster profile. And here you can see the badges that I have. The badges are a summary of my personality online. I can use Friendster and have the AI generate my personality, or I can curate it for myself. So I'm a Bitcoin believer. I'm addicted to Noster. I'm a sovereign Bitcoiner. I'm into fitness. I have 2 fitness badges. Oops. So let's get some badges. If you have never interacted with badges, all you have to do is go to badges.page. And you can create a badge. You hit the new button, you give it a name, a description, an image, and once you've created a badge, you have this page where you can issue badges to people, and this is where the problem that I wanted to solve comes in. If I want 1 million people to have my badge, how is that going to scale, right? So I needed to create like an automated pipeline for badge awardance. So that's what Badge Mint is. Badge Mint, if you go to badge-mint.vercel.app, this is a site where you can award yourself a badge. Right now, there's only 1 badge that's available, and if you're an unconfirmed autist, go ahead, go to the site right now and award yourself the badge. Does anybody want the badge? Anybody in the audience? Okay, Topher wants the badge. Okay, right now his profile is sitting here, no badges, not gonna make it. Let's go. Let's go ahead. Now Topher can do this. This is the point. He can do this on his own. He doesn't have to log in. There's no private key. Just put in your npub, hit submit. Let's look at the console log. Okay, so I connected to Mutiny Wallet's wonderful relay. Let's give it up for that relay. Yeah. And it has blasted the event out to the entire network. So all Topher needs to do is just accept it. So on badges page, you can see your own profile. You can see badges that you're awarded, and you have the option to accept them. And some of these badges are just going to sit here because I don't want them. That's part of. You go ahead and accept it. Okay, after it's accepted, I can go back to this profile and I should be able to see it. And we'll give it a minute. The relays might need time to figure it out. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about the social media aspect of badges. All the tabs are up there ready to go.
Sure, so the question is, why badges? Why do we care about badges? And what I realized when I encountered this idea was, well, we all use badges to, indicate that we're part of a community. Whether it's a Bitcoin logo on the hoodie or it's Clemson on your hoodie, you're just associating with a particular community. And I could pull up pretty much every social media page. Here's Buzz Aldrin. Saw this guy on stage, a very interesting character. But you can see he's got his former astronaut badge, 1 of 3 to land on the moon. Tucker Carlson using a badge for kind of an interesting and kind of a parody manner, right? So he's being part of a community there. You've got this Facebook badge. This is a fun one. This is Vermont Department of Health. I wear my mask because I care. But people can put on any badge they want, right? So we got Justin Kahn here with a snowflake badge. Before he had the blue hat startup identifier. This person, I'm sorry, I think this is a shitcoin shiller, but you know that because they have the shiller badge right there. So, these are logos, these are emojis, right? But at the same time, this should exist on every social media, and we're just bringing it to Noster. Reid Hoffman, if you don't know who that is, that's a really good person to follow. You can see there's no good system for badges on LinkedIn, and so he's embedded the badges right up here in the corner of the page. He's actually written it into his banner image because there's no way to really create a badge on LinkedIn. So that's the idea, right? We're bringing badges to Noster just like they exist on other social media.
Okay, thanks for that, Ted. I'm glad you brought those ideas to my attention because I'm just sitting here trying to implement the thing, and I didn't even think about all the ways that badges are already being used. And I want to turn it over to Max now because he had some insights about badges and education.
Yeah, someone was bringing up the idea in the sense of this essentially not necessarily destroys the like Harvard MBA certificate model, but in the context of you can get your own certificate of the proof of work that you've done for whatever you're trying to learn how to do. I use the example. I went to a trade school for welding, so welding background. If you wanted to go and actually become a welder in like a distributed model, I know there's a little bit more details associated for like the actual physical work. You in a completely remote setting, outside of any like AWS, official certified, American Welding Society certification, you could go and actually find somebody that's like a really talented welder, and they could potentially issue you or basically like offer you the badge to go and actually provide the actual real proof of work that you've done through actually either uploading or not uploading, completing like maybe a blueprint, like test or something.
If I can interject,
Please.
Who here has heard of VCs or verifiable credentials? You can think of a badge as maybe a primitive system of verifiable credentials. It's not over-engineered, but it works, and people are using it today and can improve it and make it better.
Excellent point. So it's essentially a peer-to-peer model of this person knows what they're doing, and they accepted that they're willing to represent that they know what they're doing, and you can have a tremendous amount of open offers available on top of that. So that's just one of the slightest topics to go in for any type of badges associated to that. So providing that proof of work and in a social consensus method is really, really impactful.
I think it's really important because we're seeing centralization is ruining all of our systems. I have a friend who gamed the college admission system by writing an ironic essay where he claimed to be a woke social justice warrior. He wanted to get into computer science so he could advance the cause of communism, and that got him accepted into university. So I think we can do a lot better. Any questions?
What is right now to get a badge? You just go to this site and put in your info, and then you can get it. Is there like you're talking about proof of work, but proof of work ensures scarcity, right? And like, do you have a vision? Obviously, you only have a day and a half. What would this look like with actual proof of work? Like, how would you have scarcity of the badges, or what would be the gating mechanisms to show like
Proof of work. Proof of work is a great concept to bring into this because I have thought about this, and the vision is that you can create a badge, you can set it up, you can set up the pipeline for issuing that badge, and you can customize it however you want. And I thought about you could literally have a proof of work requirement using proof of work events. You could have a social graph requirement based on various metrics of scoring the quality of an account. And this tool that I've made, this is an open source tool, and I encourage anyone to customize it in any way they can think of. Thank you. Okay, one more.
I've worked on this problem. I work with space, so we're actually doing something similar. What you'll find is that to make it truly decentralized, you kind of want to have, so obviously there's the case where your welding instructor awards it to you, but then there's also a case where it's like, there's some objective standard that could be evaluated by a boss. So what you want is some kind of conditional like framework that's open source that you could say, if X, then Y.
I think it ultimately comes down to a web of trust, but within the context of the people who you trust, you can have algorithms that look for certain things, like
And that needs to be open source. We need to work together.
the whole thing should be open source. There shouldn't,
We shouldn't all just be doing our own thing. We should find a way to make it so it's not captured.
the whole thing needs to be open source where we don't have an opaque system of credentialing.
And it needs to be an asset where you can trace the issuer of the asset and the owner of the asset.
Absolutely, and that's a great thing about having badges because every badge has a history. We can see who's behind it, who issued it. Thank you.